Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video out at the range today. It's a beautiful day in Tennessee. Today we are talking about the 6.5 Creedmoor. So here's what this video is about. Our buddy Matt messaged me a little while back, maybe about a month ago, and said, hey man, I really love 6.5 Creedmoor in the Barnes VOR-TX 120 grain. Have you ever tried it? I said, no, sure haven't. He said, well, let me get you some and you test it out and see what you think about it. So that's what we're doing. We're at the range today. We're going to slow down. We're going to do some factory load testing of this 6.5 Creedmoor 120 grain TTSX BT. So out today I've got two 6.5 Creedmoors. 6.5 Creedmoors. This one up here with the gray stock, it's a Weatherby Mark V Hunter. Really nice Weatherby. Probably the best trigger I've ever felt on a factory bolt action. But it's in 6.5 Creedmoor. We're going to see if it likes these barns that our buddy Matt sent in. And then more at the budget end of the spectrum. This is my Ruger American 6.5 Creedmoor. Tons of videos on this one if you're new to the channel, all the way out to 1,000 yards and stuff like that. Have yet to hunt with the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now that I think about it, we need to do that this deer season. But Weatherby versus the Ruger with those barns that Matt sent in. Let me talk about the scopes real quick. This one we've got a Nikon Pro Staff P3. They quit making them, but they're pretty good stuff. How many zoomies? We got 18 zoomies with the Ruger on that Nikon. And then on this Weatherby we have a real nice Zerotech Thrive HD scope. Zerotech's got super clear glass if you never looked through one. And how many zoomies we got on this one? 15. So plenty enough zoomies to do some 100-yard load testing. But let me show you one of these up close real quick. I'm not familiar. I gotta show you one of these real quick. These are the blue tipped barns here. So that's what we're working with. These blue tipped barns. A lot of people love these for deer, but you can see the packaging. That's what they are supposed to mushroom out like. In theory, that would be awesome taking a deer, right? But we don't really want to take them out chasing critters if our boo light slingers don't group very well. But so we're going to slow down here. I think I put a couple 100-yard targets out there. We're just going to do 3-shot groups, record it all. Let me run down there. I'll start with the Weatherby since it's already on the rack, and we'll see what we think about it. These babies are not necessarily cheap, so when you get the expensive stuff, you kind of hope it works good. But let me get this Ruger out of the way. We'll start with the Weatherby here. All right, here we go with the Weatherby. I'm going to load up 3. No mag on these Weatherbys or top loaders. We put 3 in here, and we'll see what we think about it. We'll do 2 3-shot groups out of each of these babies. See what the Weatherby thinks. 100 yards here. Felt like a good squeeze, and it's hitting close to where this is sighted in. That's always cool. 2 more with this group. So far it likes them. I think this is grouping better than any other factory stuff that I've put in this Weatherby, so that's a good sign. Definitely going to measure these with the calipers. Ooh, that's grouping good. If you have one of these Weatherbys, I'm going to go ahead and call it this Barnes 120 grain. That's all you need to know. I've sent a lot of factory bulots through this thing, and it's kind of picky. And off the top of my head, that's the best group we've ever done out of this Weatherby. Now let's see if we can duplicate it, something similar to that here. I think those two went in the same hole there. Barnes is the ticket for this Weatherby. And that one came up a bit. Man, that destroyed that group. We had good going there for the first one. So now let me go grab the Ruger. And we'll do the same thing here. The Ruger does have an external mag here. Well, let's load up 3 of these. Off the top of my head, this Ruger likes the heavier ones, 139 to 140. Looks like the Ruger has one so far. We'll have to measure these with the calipers. In the Weatherby's defense, I do have a couple more zoomies on this scope. Alright, so I busted out the calipers and measured the groups that we got with this Barnes stuff. Already forgot how heavy these were. 120 grainer, 6.5 Creedmoors. I know a bunch of you guys love 6.5 Creedmoor because you tell me all the time. Check out the groups here. So, we did 2 3-shot groups of each Bulot Slinger. So first, we did the Weatherby Mark V Hunter. And let me tell you, I've done a whole lot of testing with that thing, and it is kind of picky on what bullets you feed it. We've run probably approaching 10 factory loadings out of that Weatherby, and it didn't like most of them, but we did find a couple that it absolutely liked. One of them, now we're adding to the list, that Barnes stuff. So right out of the gate, we got 2 touching, almost 3 touching, a .554 inch group out of that Weatherby with that Barnes VOR-TX. So I don't care who you are, getting a .5 inch group at 100 yards with some factory loadings, that is absolutely fantastic. You can do better than that. We have done better than that with factory stuff, but hey, a .5 with factory stuff at 100 yards, fantastic. I would even call that incredible. So, good to know that Weatherby Mark V Hunter, 6.5 Creedmoor, it likes those 120 grain Barnes VOR-TX. Then we tried it again, didn't change anything, and it went to over a 1 inch group, 1.76. 2 of them were touching. So when we get a group that good and then 2 touching, I almost want to say that was probably on me, a bagged squeeze or something. But that Weatherby, it does have somewhat of a thinner barrel, so maybe it was just getting hot at that point, you know. Hard to say. But hey, it did good, got a .5, which is awesome. Then 2 touching. Then we went to the Ruger American, and we got the best group of the day. Look at that, 3 right there. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like all 3 are touching with a .497. So the best with the Weatherby was a .55. The Ruger American, we got a .497. But strangely enough, it got the best group of the day and also the worst group of the day. Similar story there. The Weatherby, we had 2 touching and then a screwy one. Well, the Ruger American had 2 real close and then another screwy one with a 1.254 inch group. So that is honestly pretty cool. We got a .5 with the Weatherby and a .4 with the Ruger American. Out of those 2, man, that Weatherby, let me grab it. It really is hard to describe it without having this in your hand. This is not my Weatherby. Every time I have this one out in a video, everyone says, must be nice to have that Weatherby. This is not mine. This is on loan. It's a borrower. Super fantastic Bulot Slinger. Wish it was mine, but these have the flat fore end. It's easier to put it on bags. It has a short bolt throw. It's really cool. Look at how high that is. That's the full extended of the bolt throw knob. Pretty cool. You can have a big old scope and it's not going to hit the scope. I think I said it in the video earlier too, but best factory trigger I think I've ever felt. But hey, and we had a really nice Zerotech on there too. Those are really good scopes, Zerotech scopes. But hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? For the price of that, you could get almost 4 of these. So, and this one did do a little bit better group. But hey, everybody's different, whatever floats your boat. You guys know I'm a huge Ruger American fan. This one, we got a 0.4 inch group. This Ruger and Ruger Americans in general, in my experience, seem to be a little bit less picky. It depends on the cartridge. We've been doing some testing recently with 308 and 30-06, where my Ruger Americans really prefer the lighter bullets, which these Barnes are 120 grain. Interestingly enough, I've got some 139 and 140 grain 6.5 Creedmoor that'll do just about the same hole, but then it's taking these 120 grainers on the lighter end and doing 0.4 groups with it as well. So hey, you know, pretty cool. We got 2 bullet slingers getting 1/2 inch groups out here with those Barnes. Again, a big shout out and a big thanks to Mr. Matt, who sent us in that Barnes to test out on video. Appreciate you big time. I love it when things come together out at the range and we end up doing really good groups. Puts a smile on my face. But appreciate y'all big time again. Big thanks to Matt for sending that stuff in. It'd be really cool if we could smoke a deer with that stuff. That'd be pretty awesome. But appreciate y'all watching. Comment down below what you want to see next time. We have the best viewers on the interwebs. Appreciate y'all big time. We'll see you on the next one. 6.5 Creedmoor. Woo-hoo.